Okay, as we begin day 2, we're at some place called the Little Hagia Sophia. Not quite sure, but it's some kind of church.
Came down all this way to that street.
Okay, this is the inside of the mosque we saw. This used to be a church, and it was converted into a mosque, and it's older than some famous mosques that we're going to see a little while later today. So this is called the Little Sophia. I guess the other is called the big one. This is the Hagia Sophia Museum, it's called, that we're going to be going into. It's obviously a mosque also, so I don't quite understand. I guess when we go in, we'll figure it out. But anyway, this is built on the same plan as the thing we just saw, which is the octagonal dome. So we'll see when we go inside. Here we are at the Hagia Sophia. Yeah. You didn't want me to record, so I'm holding it here. And we'll visit to the,
The symbol of Roman Empire was illegal. This was the flag this was the symbol of Byzantine Empire, and today it's still the symbol of Russian Federation. And this place was called as Constantinople. This is Sofya, that was the biggest basilica of the city. Actually, Sofya was the biggest temple of the world for centuries. Now, if you look at the interior wall of the temple, now today it is.
Okay, we're near the entrance to the basilica. On the right are 3 doors, which was for the poor people. On the left are 3 doors for the prosperous people. And then finally, in the center, like to see, this was the emperor's entrance. And up here, you see a depiction of Christ sitting on his throne. So here we are in the basilica itself, the mosque. It's hard to show on this camera. Mine doesn't go up. Mine doesn't play. This is as usual, very impressive. It's hard to get a sense of it from this little camcorder, but this is a very, very impressive space. The columns you see here come from whatever it is, Artemis in Ephesus, and when they built this temple, they took those columns and moved them here, which is a fair distance. Although they're both along the coast, I guess they could use ships. He told us that when this was built, that this was the largest dome in the world. Some 30 meters across, and I think it was 50 some odd meters high. But whatever those dimensions are, I can tell you standing here, it's a pretty awesome sight. Okay, we just came up a very, very exhausting ramp, which I'm not quite sure how we're going to get down. It's a little difficult route to do. And here we are, seeing the dome and all that from up here.
The windows down there and the people.
Okay. This area has had many uses. During the Ottoman period, around the 15th century, it was called Horse Square. And while there had been races previously, during the Ottoman period there were no races, but it was still called Horse Square. We're going to see some monuments here. I'm going to try to... Oh, the sun is in there. I can't get it. I'll try it from a different angle. I'm going to try it from this angle. This looks very Egyptian. I guess it's going to explain it to us. And there's another pillar over there.
Emperor and Empress.
Again, as before, this is a Egyptian obelisk, and it was when Constantinople became the center of the Roman Empire, Eastern Roman Empire. It was contributed by the Egyptians to here, and actually it was much taller in Egypt, but it broke being transported here. Still pretty impressive. Quickly, this is Serpentine Monument. It originally had 3 heads. It was damaged by one of the Crusades, and the 3 heads, 2 are in different museums, and 1 is missing. And this, again, is another. This is a locally built column, and it was damaged again by the Crusaders at some point. Okay, we're approaching the Blue Mosque, the famous Blue Mosque. There's some of our people. There's one of our people. Here's some more of it. This is a very beautiful, impressive sight from the outside. We are going to go in. I assume I'll be allowed to visit. Can you read this stuff? Anyway, we gotta take off our shoes. This is the interior of the Blue Mosque. Very dark coming in from outside. Oh, it looks pretty bright on the screen. Let's get some sense of the size and the elaborate decoration of the... I have no idea what these mummified remains are, but I'm sure Hayden and my grandchildren will enjoy seeing an actual mummified remains.
Looks a bit like Cousin Louie.
Here in this section. Actually, those artifacts are from Sidon, the ancient site called Sidon. It is a city in today's Lebanon. During Ottoman period, Lebanon was a part of the empire. So the first archaeology.
By the way, I didn't mention before, we're in the Archaeological Museum, which I think is part of the Topkapi Palace. Anyway, this is a very impressive sarcophagus. It's the only one that's in glass, so it must be very important. I guess it's going to tell us about it.
The use of the shields.
Marble, wow. This is impressive. Must be a pretty important person buried here.